What's the deal, peeps? What's the deal? All right, so I just woke up this morning after getting, hit with acoustic weapons from vehicles, trying to connect with me while I'm sleeping, as they use sound in order to synchronize with you when your brain is at a certain state. So I'm gonna just pretty much this video is gonna be about shielding and different techniques that I use throughout the day to um to better um to better equip myself, just knowledge that I accumulated over time. So I'm gonna start off my day with when I'm waking up in the morning. Okay, so usually when I'm waking up in the morning, I can hear some type of vehicle and an engine that's synchronized with me. I can feel it, I guess, trying to attach to me, to my circadian rhythm of my brain. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's trying to synchronize with me. So the only way that it can synchronize with you is if you have, well, in my opinion, if your ears are not properly blocked off. And the way that I do that is I use different types of oils to pretty much dry up my inner ear. And then certain frequencies, certain sound spectrums aren't able to get past it. So I've been using like castor oil, olive oil, and different types of oils, and they've been the more time that they, especially if I talk about it, the more time that they study me, they'll figure out some type of energy to be able to stop it from drying up. Sometimes they can even make it melt when it starts to dry up. So the reactions that I used to have before are not the same because they're learning from from time, and they're learning from time, from studying us. So you have to mix things up and try to find the right concoction to be able to fucking block these cocksuckers out. And just know that you could always use water, or there's always something that can break it down, so you don't have to worry about your ears getting messed up. I've been doing this for years and my ears are fine. So I'm just saying, like, there is probably something. Just make sure that it's not like toxic or anything that can like mess up, like that can burn you or something. You know what I mean? Like anything that's very potent. Um, but I trust me, I've used a lot of shit. I mean, all kinds of stuff that you probably wouldn't think of using. I've probably tried. Um, and most of the stuff, I mean, I never really had a bad reaction to it, but there are some things that you got to watch out for, that, you know, you just got to know how to be able to get. There's always a solution for it. So, um, sometimes when I use oils, I'll use soap to break it down, like dish soap or any type of soap pretty much breaks it down. And if soap doesn't work, hydrogen peroxide works as well. So there's always something you can use. But anyway, so now that I know that I'm getting attacked, um, the acoustic weapons that they're using while I'm sleeping is getting past my ears. I just put in a hand. Your hand has a bunch of nerves in it, and whatever energy that they're focusing on you, since your body is all connected to you, whenever you put your hand over one of your ears or over one of like the area that they're focusing energy on, you can feel the energy start to not be able to synchronize with you, and you can feel the machinery of the weapons that they're using kind of like not able to connect to you. You can hear them kind of malfunctioning in a way because the energy's being blocked with your hand. So they have to, it's what it's doing is it's trying to figure out how to connect past your hand that you're blocking with, right? And these are techniques that I fucking learned over time. So I mean, it's not really nothing. I don't want to feed them too much information so that they don't know all the shit that I fucking use, bro. Because there's some stuff that I don't want to talk about so that they don't fucking know, because every day that I deal with this shit, it's just like they think like, oh yeah, we have them in our pocket, but it's just like, dude, all I gotta do is just get pissed and fucking just and I'll fuck your shit up. You know what I mean? Like they're stupid. They think that they have me in a corner, and I'm just like, bitch, I'll fucking smack your ass up quick. I don't even need to try. It's just that their fucking gang stalking program has gotten so weak and pathetic that I can deal with it. So that's why I make these videos so you guys can better equip yourself and fucking see how pathetic this shit is. So, okay, so if they're focusing energy on the back of my head, I'll put my hand there, and I'll put my hand over my ear, and I'll see which side of my ear is. The more energy that is being focused, the more you'll feel it. So then the less energy on one side of my ear is less energy, I'll fucking be like, okay, that ear is more blocked out than the other one. If my right side is getting more energy and I can feel it, I'll be like, okay, I need to work on my right side of my ear. That's the one that's vulnerable. So I'll go and I'll try to use different oils and I'll focus on that side of my ear. And so like I've learned that if I even am successful blocking them out, and they'll use just pretty much the energies that they could only use, since they can't manipulate my dreams. Like these, when you block out your ears, these are the things that block, like that you block out: the dream manipulation. You get better sleep. um what else? You can't get hit with the acoustic weapons as easily. They have to get really, really close to you, and even still, if they get close to you, they can't fucking hit you. Like I've seen this shit firsthand, bro. Trust me. Like I know what I'm talking about, and I know that their pussies are getting a little bit fucking tightened up right now because I'm talking about this shit. So um, let's see, 1 second. All right, no, that's not it. Why isn't this shit working? My bad, peeps. I'm trying to connect my phone so that it doesn't die. And what the fuck's going on here? Okay, there you go. All right. Yeah, this cord's getting fucked up. So, anyways, I know all their fucking little tricks, homie. That shit, that ain't shit. So, damn, hold on. Try to keep this at an angle. So, pretty much, um, you got the main thing is you got to dry out the inner ear. You got to make sure that the inner ear is dry. So like sometimes when you use certain products, it'll still be wet in there and you can feel it because your inner eardrum, it's dries up. Your inner eardrum, and that's what they use to bounce energy and frequencies off of, and so that they capture your like subconscious when you're sleeping and shit. So so I found different ways to help to block them out. Okay, so once you have to take these measures. You have to start with the ears. That's the main fucking get down, right? And then once you fucking once you fucking you get the ears down, then you start focusing on other things that can help you to block out sound, because sound and acoustic weapons are the main thing that they use to condition you when you're sleeping, to keep you in this gang stalking program, right? So what you want to do too is so there's a neck pillow, right? I use one that's like memory foam, right? You want to try to get one that's kind of flat from the sides, just like the first one that I seen right here, kind of like this one. And what I did was I got like a waist belt. It like straps over this. like I guess for working out or whatever. So you strap it around this shit. You strap the waist belt around this to keep it around your head. Because if you just put the pillow over your head, because you want these sides of the pillow, each corner, to cover each side of your ear. So what that does is that I've tried different types of shielding, and I never really got good results with it. So what you want to do is you just want to slow down the energy or the frequencies that are trying to be aimed at you, and most of the time they're being aimed at the back of your neck and the sides of your ears. So this will protect that area, and to some degree, and any degree that you can protect yourself, I would recommend it. So sometimes when I use this, they've been able to get past it, but I'm pretty sure like if you start using it, it always helps. Like you can switch it up all the time. If you sleep the same way every single night, they're gonna be able to get to you. So if you switch it up all the time and you're always using different shit, it's gonna throw them off, and sometimes it's gonna be able to get them closer depending on what types of shielding you use. If you leave uh like for instance, I think, okay, so you guys get that type of shielding. That's one piece. So for instance, I think that a magnet, a neodymium magnet, neodymium neodymium magnet. All right. I used to use them and I'm looking for a large one, bro. You want a big one like this. You just leave it like that. I'm not sure what side is better, the positive or the negative, but you just want to get one solid magnet and leave it in the area where they focus energy. So because if you put two magnets together, it's really strong, and the field of the magnet can be captured and reversed against you. Cuz I've tested this shit multiple times, and I've slept with magnets and I've gotten hit with energy like way harder. So this is just another type of solution, but this is possible. I'm saying just to try it out. If you don't like it, go to the next thing. Also, if you put like a reverse polarity magnet, which the magnets which I would use would be like something like this. Oh, those are nice. These square ones are clean. I'd use like these square ones or these circular ones up above, and I'd tape them together while they're repelling themselves, so they don't want to stick. Whenever you put a magnet that's repelling itself, it doesn't want to attach. It kind of pushes back. The field pushes back. So you have to press them together forcefully and then tape them. And then what you do with that magnet is whenever the fire department passes by, you want to rub that magnet around your head, and you can attach little things to it like little paper clips, any little pieces of screws or whatever. It changes the field of the magnet. So don't keep using the same field of the magnet every time the fire department passes. It has to be altered in some type of way. So um like every time they pass, I'll grab one of these reverse polarity magnets that I've taped together, and I'll either hold it in the back of my head, which it isn't too um I don't know how to put this. Like it's not that effective if you hold it. I think it's more effective if you move it around. You don't want it to be in one place. You want to just pretty much rub it all over your head real quick, because then it changes the magnetic field of the that area just for a little while. And then when they scan you, it's kind of thrown off. But if they keep doing it, it stops working after a while. So kind of like take a break on it. Once you see it stop working, take a break on it, and then go back to it later on, like whenever you can. But there's all types of fabric I've used, like RFID fabric. There's these earmuffs that I would use when they would pass by, and I would throw these on, and it would throw them off as well. So they're gun range ear protection. So what I would do is I would put some of these motherfuckers on when the fucking fire department would pass, and I would only use them when the fire department would pass. So they would only scan me with this type of shielding on. So it would throw them off because they're like, okay, well, we scanned them. Like it's like them taking a picture or scanning you at a state that you're in. And if you're not in that state all the time, it's like you're not going to be able to synchronize with the gang stalking system. So you don't want to use shield. You don't want them to capture you in a state that you're consistently on when you're shielding away from them. When you're away from them and you're using certain shielding or whatever, like earplugs and certain liquids and shit like that, you want to also have different shit on each ear. So, like, I'll use one different earplug on one ear and one different earplug on the other. I'll have one of these earmuffs covering my ear and the other one kind of just off to the side because you don't want them to capture a synchronized both sides of your ear the same. You want it to be as complex as possible. All right. Trust me, bro. I know what the fuck I'm talking about, my boys. All right. So look, I'm smashing on these fucking clowns every fucking day. That's why they fucking desperately want to target me so bad. But whenever they target me, I rise above 10 times and then I fucking fist them right in their fucking loose ass vagina. All right. So this is another technique I use as well. All right. So also going back to the sleeping part, if you're getting hit with energy, um, another thing. Look. All right. So you can build this yourself as well. So cardboard, um, aluminum, and then cardboard. All right. That is kind of like not a Faraday cage, but something that can help block out stuff. I've never tried it, but I always wanted to. So cardboard, you want to build a box that can go around your head, and then you want to get acoustic sound barrier panels. No, barrier panels. All right. So there's these and then there's ones that are better like these ones right here. Well, there's all kinds of ones. These are pretty good right here. So what you want to do is you want to build a box and like any kind. You can build any type of box. It doesn't have to be cardboard, aluminum, cardboard. Like a sandwich, all right? And you can use different materials. You can use fucking EMF fucking aluminum or like any type of aluminum you can find on Amazon. You can look that shit up and try different methods, the ones that work best. Because the thing is that you're gonna be building a box, right? And your head, this is the box, and your head's gonna be inside, right? If that's a fucking head, whatever. Let me see. Let me go back. Okay, your head's gonna be inside, right? That's your dome piece. And the fucking sounds that they usually focus on you are from your left and right ear. All right. So left and right ear. So it doesn't matter if there's gaps in it. You could even try to like put some of this fabric laying over like this if you wanted to. Like if you lay on your back, you can just put like a piece of fabric hanging to just kind of add a little bit more protection to it. But this is also gonna help block out a lot of fucking frequency and bullshit, homie. Trust and believe, dog. You try this shit out. This will also it'll help in a little bit of way. Um, and then so if you're adding a bunch of these techniques together, bro, you're gonna fucking block these niggas out completely, or at least to a certain degree, maybe like 70, 80%. So if these are the techniques that I have to use to fucking show these bitch made niggas that they're not in control and they're just a bunch of pussies, I'm gonna fucking have to amp up my game. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna fucking just shove it in their fucking face, and then their pussies are gonna be hurt, and they're gonna be walking around with the fucking stick up their ass. You know what I mean? So I don't. I mean, I don't want to have to go to fucking extreme fucking extents to have to fucking show them who's the boss. But if I do, like I said, I will. So anyways, you can build like a box like that, and that'll also help you. But I'm telling you, you guys have to start using the fucking oil in your ear. That is the key factor. That's the best factor that helps the most. All right. and you can find whatever you guys can think of. Think of something that the more thicker the oil, the better that it dries, the better that you'll get results. Some oils work better than others, some don't work as well. Especially if I mean, and you gotta get it in there, bro. You gotta fucking dig a Q-tip. You gotta make it like a, you gotta twist that Q-tip like a fucking pencil, the tip of a pencil. You get the fucking cotton, start twisting it with your fingers, and then you fucking just keep moving it in there. Fucking get as deep as you can, and once that oil fucking sinks into your inner ear, you're golden, baby. You'll see the difference right away. A lot of sounds that are surrounding you, a lot of sound spectrum are starting to be blocked out. A lot of sound spectrum just are blocked out, and they can't use a certain type of, they can't use a certain range of sounds, or because you're blocking them out, because the sounds don't travel properly in oil, and certain types of oil, they don't travel the same. Plus, you don't have shit in your ear, so they're directly going to your eardrum. All right. So, anyways, all right. So that's pretty much that right there. Also, if you're getting hit with energy, move your head to a different area, because they're used to focusing energy on you at a specific area that you're sleeping. The satellites and energy around you are focused on your head while you're sleeping in a certain area, and if you move your head, um like to just change your style of sleeping in your bed, like move your head, eventually they'll triangulate you and target you. But if you also add shielding, like if you bring some shielding out, like say you're getting hit and you get pissed off, and you bring out this stuff, right, this stuff that we're showing you right here on the picture, and you bring out your little box and put it on, and then maybe it'll help a little bit. I don't know, we have to see for yourself. It's very inexpensive, it's not going to cost you too much, so you can try it, and then you could just put your head in that box, boom, and if it helps, it helps. Like shit, I know Alpha, I've tried it and it did help a little bit. So um you gotta fucking do what you gotta do. So like they're big on triangulation, so it's harder for them to hit you if you're in a moving car. So if you slept while you're in a moving car, it'll be different, because they like you in a still space. That's when they're able to target you the best, when you're still. So I would always think of inventions like of a bed that's constantly moving or spinning at a slow degree. It'll help you to be able to sleep better. Plus, you can see if the star drones are moving ahead of, on top of you. You can get somebody to surveil and see if there's a star drone actually following you. Because if it's in a still spot and it's just sitting there, um, people are not going to believe you. You know what I mean? They're going to be like, unless you catch it pulling up. But if you're spinning in a certain capacity, and somebody's recording above you, they can see the star drone having to keep up with your head. They'll have to see the star drone moving around, and they'll be able to prove that this shit's going on. It'll just be more exposure for them. And they don't like exposure, because once we can really prove this shit, and we can find out who the people that are doing this and who are behind this, who are backing this system and who are investing into this system, the big players, then a lot of the small players will just be bitches, and they won't be able to do this shit on their own. They would have to pass the technology down for them, and they don't have access to fucking star drones. So a lot of the advanced technology is being manipulated and controlled by fucking secret parts of the government. You know what I mean? Secret parts of shadow government and the military and shit. So I've seen them. I've seen them fucking multiple times following me around and shit, sending fucking military helicopters and shit at certain times of my shielding. So I know that that's a fucking fact. That these motherfuckers are key players in this. Um. Also, let's see here. What else can I tell you guys? Okay, so for recording, right? It doesn't really matter what fucking recording system that you have, because they all can be hacked into. The best your best solution is getting a DVR system, which is connected directly to a box and it doesn't connect to your Wi-Fi. that will give you 24-hour recording. And um I'm not sure how easy it is to be hacked or taken down, but it's less an advantage for them because they can't hack your Wi-Fi and they can't get close to your cameras, um unless you know whatever. It just, trust me, it's way more harder for them to hack these types of systems. um the Wi-Fi systems, they have like a 5 or 6 second lag. I've checked every single fucking camera that I have, and the more closer the cameras are to the Wi-Fi, the better the consistency is. But I still don't trust in cameras, bro. I don't trust in these perp ass motherfuckers because like their satellites can hack into shit and they're monitoring your program around you. So they're scanning the area that you live in. They know who's your perps and who are the perpetrators. They're guiding them consistently throughout the day to be able to target you properly. So they're feeding them the information, they're directing the energy, the sound waves, and everything to have a synchronized system like a beehive around you. Okay. That's why they call it a hive mind system. It's a fucking bunch of fucking bitches that are susceptible, that are unwillingly susceptible or susceptible to this program, that are being controlled or they're being participants. Okay. And I've seen it myself. I've seen it, people being controlled, and I've seen people that are participating. Okay. So, um, I like to have cameras just because they know that I'm like, these cameras are recording 24/7. So if I wanted to go back and play something and I was able to capture it, at least I have that evidence and I can see what cars are trying to sit in front of my house while I'm sleeping, trying to target me. They have to sit at a far, or they either put something near me. Somebody has some type of air ventilation system, or they put something in their garage, or anything close proximity to me that they can place and just plug into or some shit. You know what I mean? Or it could be just coming off of the fucking the telephone poles where they carry sound. They can carry sound through electricity and these EMF fields. But anyways, I'm just waking up and I want to oh shit, what was that? Oh, the fuck's that nigga got in his hand? Hold on, see, all I gotta do is just go right here, go to playback, and I can see. Well, that was a person, so that would have most likely captured that. Hopefully, on the events. Oh, it was a lawnmower dude. All right, so it tells you detected by local AI. It tells you human, so it'll show me right here. This nigga coming and fucking, doing the grass or whatever. So if I'm hearing sounds, I know that these niggas are out there. You know what I mean? I don't gotta go check and look and regulate these fools. You know what I mean? But sometimes I got to. All right, so not only that, um, let me see what else can I tell you guys that's crucial information in my opinion. Disconnecting your car battery. Your car battery, um, your body of your car is connected to all the components of your engine, and your engine is grounded off to your body of your car. So when your battery is connected, your body of your car has an electrical field. Okay, and your body of your car is like either aluminum or metal or whatever the fuck it consists of. And what I found is that when I disconnect the battery to my car, it's like the perps know. The satellite detects it, or whatever information they detect, and the perps will come by and try to, like, they get more ballsy because they think that my car's not running. All I got to do is to get out of my car and fucking plug it in, and then I could take off. So they get like more like they try to get close to you, or they know that you're trying to go to sleep, because I sleep in my car way better than I sleep in the house. All right. So there's an electrical field, a current that's running through your electrical wires of your house that's consistently running unless you turn off your breaker box. Okay. The breaker box is inside your house. And sometimes when you live in apartments, they don't give you access to your breaker box. Okay. So when you turn off your electricity to your house, and if you live in an apartment, it will reduce the electrical magnetic field. But they'll use the energy from your neighbors' apartments to target you. So it's better if you live in a house that um, it will be more effective because you're disconnected from other people, and then it's harder to direct energy from you at your neighbor's home unless they have a lot of modified telephone poles that they've changed around your house, because that's what they did to me. They had to come and replace the back telephone pole with the carbon fiber one that can handle more electricity that they're going to be pumping out to target me with, and a whole bunch of modifiers that they added to the poles next to it. So I was able to sleep outside comfortably in my car, but after they modified all of the poles, I wasn't able to sleep outside anymore. I had to move a distance away from that area. So just to show you the amount of time that I've been targeted for, and the experience that I've gained and the knowledge that I've gained. Um, so I've been targeted for plus 13 years. So I know what I'm talking about. All right. So like, I mean, and might be wrong on very, very minor things, but I can, you know what I mean? I can agree to disagree, and I can tell you, oh yeah, that does make more sense. So if somebody knows about energy more than me, or they know something where it can perfect, you know what I mean, something that I've said, I would try it out, and if it works better, then so be it. But these are just little um adjustments that you can do in your targeting that can help you to be able to better equip yourself to be able to better live your life without being prosecuted and targeted with these crimes against humanity, that these fucking coward fucking pieces of trash are fucking doing to us. So, um, let me try to wrap this up. Um, the only things that they could do in their targeting is pretty much when they are synchronized with me, because I've had multiple times that they haven't been. Um, is they just try to time their car, like pulling up on the side of my house, or when I come out of my house a car will pass by. So like that's pretty much the limited of their targeting can do, is focus a little bit of energy on me when I sleep to try to condition me for the next day, so that they can fucking pass by and do their little stupid head game bullshit tricks, like little fucking puppets that they are. You know what I mean? So all these little bitches are just like driving around you, just trying to time it perfectly whenever you try to come out of your house. So these bitches are pretty much just waiting around you. You know what I mean? Like a fucking beehive, little fucking pussy ass beehive trying to fucking poke at you so that you get mad and try to do something violent to them, which you should never do. You know what I mean? Unless you know what the fuck you're doing. So never get violent, but you could always fucking approach them and make them look stupid as fuck. Fucking give them a fucking backhand or two. But anyways, let's see what else. Let's see. Any newer technology is gonna be more heavy on your gang stalking. The newer phones, newer TVs, newer fridges, newer fucking stoves, all that advanced technology is going to take a toll on your targeting. Okay, try using an outdated phone or an outdated type of thing, outdated router, anything that's outdated. They literally make it um where it's not compatible anymore. They don't want you using outdated tech because they're not able to connect to all these frequencies, and energies are not able to connect to these advanced technologies. So they want something that could, with the CPU, that can handle all this bullshit, so that they're able to collect way more information on you. Okay, so I have an outdated phone from like 2012 or 2015 or some shit like that, which isn't really updated. I had an older phone, but they literally just made it so slow that it wouldn't even work. And it was a Samsung Galaxy J7 or some shit like that. Samsung Galaxy J7. That was the one that I used to have like a long time ago. and I would use that phone as long as I could, and they would just literally make it impossible to use that phone, even though I should be able to still use it. That phone would run smoothly for a long time until that like all this newer technology came out, and they'll literally sabotage your phone and sabotage anything that they don't want you using. Sometimes they won't even let certain people use phones. In the beginning of my targeting, they would hack my phone so much that it would be like, my cell phone signal would get lost consistently. I wasn't able to download certain apps. Like, they would just make it very, very hard for me to use my phone consistently. So after I started recording, my screen recorded everything and started uploading it on YouTube, these little pussies backed off. So, I've made calls to the FBI. I've tried to fucking get some fucking light shined on this undercover bullshit that's going on to a lot of people, and nobody wants to seem to help. There are very few people that I have seen, lawyers and certain people that actually do want to help. And whatever good information that you find, as long as it doesn't, um, make your targeting more vulnerable, share that information, because there's a lot of TIs out there that are suffering, that don't know how to shield, that are not on the same level as us, and they're being tortured where they're forced to be pushed to commit suicide or commit harm to others. So the reason that I share these videos is to help people to be able to better equip themselves in this fucking corrupt society that we live in, and these crimes against humanity. So that's pretty much it. I don't know if I forgot anything, but I'll probably, make a second part to this video. But I hope this helped you guys in some type of way. Um, there's also some, I think it's called like Faraday bags. They're like made out of non-conductive plastic. Also, those bags also help a little bit too. You can use them in different types of ways of shielding, like if they're focusing energy on your feet, or if they're focusing energy on your ears, you can like fold them up and put them in between your ears. You can wrap them on the back of your head, and it helps to block out some of these electrical fields. So there's a lot of different types of shielding material that I've used. RFID fabric, but that's more conductive, and they're that's easier to get past of. I only wear that whenever I'm close to a 5G tower and I'm visiting somewhere. Um, let's see what else. Yeah, there's just a whole bunch of different stuff. Any little different minor thing that you do, you can use a wet cloth. A wet cloth helps to block out some of this crap. You can use all kinds of stuff. There's so much shit that you can use. I've literally used dozens of materials, and I've gotten different results. So you guys just use your head, figure some shit out. And earplugs, the foam ones, I think work the best. But I also placed some other earplugs that I use that are very useful as well. But I'm gonna wrap this video up. This is pretty much the last thing I'm gonna show you guys. One sec. All right, so these are the other earplugs that I use that are very, very good, and I usually use them on one side, but you can use them on both sides. Just don't fall asleep, because the thing that these fuckers like to do the most is whenever you're shielding and you are blocking them out, once you fall asleep with your shielding on, they collect information and they're able to get past it. Okay, so whatever you do, whenever you start falling asleep, switch out your shielding, switch back to the foam ones. If you're using both sides, use a foam earplug um, on one side and one of these on the other. That's what I usually do. But there's all kinds of different types of ear shielding, so you can use different stuff. I even at one time was using some type of like jewelry. They were like pearls or something. I don't know, but I had jammed one in one of my ears, and it was like blocking out some of the shit that they were fucking sending. But there's just different materials. There's a whole bunch of different shit. Look for something that works, and if you find something, keep it to yourself, because it's kind of, once you start putting it out there, they might be able to get past it. So as long as they don't know what you're using, um, just keep it that way. I'm glad that I gave you the information and I gave you the idea. If you do share it with somebody, make sure you tell them in person, write it on a paper or whisper it in their ear or something. But don't share it on any platform unless you know that they already know this information. Like they know that you use this. If you're sure that you already know that they know, then share the information because it'll help somebody else. All right, so I already know they fucking know a lot of the shit that I do because I've been doing it for years and I know they've gone past it at certain times. But when you go back to it, it always helps. So I hope this helps somebody. Fucking stay up, stay connected, stay golden, and stay freaking empowered, homie, because this is how we get down. We don't stay on our knees, homie. We do what the fuck we want. I walk around this bitch like a fucking king, homie. Don't even trip.